I know the scene was supposed to make Tony feel like this is like Tony's low.
What was he low about again?
He's dying. He's dying. The palladium is.
Oh, just that.
Yeah.
I thought he was mad because Don Cheadle is now Rhodey.
Next time, baby.
We're going to be talking about Iron Man 2.
Duh.
I think it's clearly just worse than the first one. Not as bad as the third one. But we're going to be specifically talking about 4 scenes and ranking them. But before we dive into the video, just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, if you like what you see, give a comment too. Discuss.
If you like what you see.
Okay.
It's the Iron Man versus Rhodey.
Okay.
Rhodey 2.
This was like after the birthday, where he's drunk, he's making a fool of himself. I don't like this scene.
I hate it. This looks like a Michael Bay with all these chicks. This is so out of character for him in the first movie and the rest of the franchise.
I know the scene was supposed to make Tony feel like this is like Tony's low.
What was he low about again?
He's dying. He's dying. The palladium is.
Oh, just that.
Yeah.
I thought he was mad because Don Cheadle is now Rhodey and.
Yeah, but he's I missed my. What was the other guy?
Terrence Howard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Next time, baby.
I didn't like this scene because he's just like in the suit. This is just so out of character. I get it's the second movie, like you said, but he's doing like tricks. He's shooting glasses that they throw up that aren't shattering on anybody.
Right.
The suit looks kind of plasticky.
This does look plasticky.
Rhodey's had enough.
Rhodey's had enough.
Get out.
Get out.
It kind of goes back to like with great power comes great responsibility, and they see Tony has all this power, but he's being very irresponsible with it.
And they play music here.
Give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's ass.
It's almost kind of like Deadpoolish.
Yeah, give me a kick-ass beat to kick my friend's ass to.
Yeah. I don't like the build-up. I don't like the reason why they're fighting. I also don't like how towards the end of the battle, there's a crowd watching right outside the window. People.
Yeah, everyone's got their phones out.
The suit looks better when it's CG.
Yeah. Plastic, it looked shitty.
I didn't like it. Again, I don't mind them fighting.
You just didn't like the culmination of everything that led to the fight.
Yeah.
And
there could have been many other reasons. Like, hey, Tony, we need this suit. You can't have it. You don't have to be a drunk asshole. Like, they don't have to write him as a drunk asshole. Like, we're coming to take it. Just something else.
I have gripes about like that too, what they just did, where they both point the pulse things at each other. The fight itself, decent. But again, like what leads to the fight leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, it's definitely last on my list.
Yeah. When I did see this, I was kind of like, okay, she's a badass. She's doing it. And she's got like hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that. I do like that Happy is like fighting one dude.
I like the build up. I like how look at him. He's
he's looking at her. Yeah.
This is like back when Marvel was like kind of sexualizing things.
Yeah.
She's like, wait here. He's like, I'm not going to let you go in there.
Yeah. She's like, the best thing you can do right now is keep the car running. And he's like, nope.
Yeah, he fights this guy for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, the whole time. This is weird. I don't know. Like, yeah. Some of the shit she threw is like, she's got gadgets. Like, okay.
Well, she does like the standard woman thing where she like jumps and gets people in like a headlock with her legs.
Yeah, with her
like
legs.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, she pulled the Thanksgiving, the rope around the neck.
Yeah. Is she going to chop his head off?
Shogun!
Yeah.
Again, when you cut it with Happy just fighting.
That's good.
One guy, he's biting him.
Bites his ear. Mike Tyson's his ear.
And he's such a good side character.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like it was entertaining. The scene I meant that hallway scene. It was entertaining.
It's a change of pace. I'm not a big CGI person. The whole movie is CGI, so I do like to see some hand-to-hand combat. I think it's clearly better. I think than the fight with Rhodey.
It's a nice change of pace. You're so used to these big, superhero figures fighting against one another, and then you get a little hand-to-hand human combat, and it's kind of like, okay, this is cool.
The second best scene that we have is the final fight with them, and it's basically just a bunch of CG.
And it's all drones.
All drones.
It's all drones except for Ivan.
He dies in the first light. He dies in 2 minutes.
I know, and this was frustrating. I did like seeing War Machine, and like his minigun is doing its own thing.
Yeah.
You see his minigun turning around, just like shooting everything. I loved that.
Age of Ultron is guilty of this. When the enemy is just an abundance of drones,
right?
It automatically gets a bad check mark from me.
And this was a little bit of a gripe that I had with the movie, where the drones, these faceless creatures that are robots, it's just fodder. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, and they could have spent that time fighting him.
But But dude, the fact that this fight lasts is so quick. And look, he's already gonna get Tony in his whip, where he like gets it around his neck.
They kind of do what they did in this. I didn't like the ending to this. They kind of do what they did at the end of Wolverine versus Deadpool. Like they like reach hands, you know, and in this case they shoot. They did it at the party when they.
Yep, exactly.
That. So that was kind of like a kind of a hint.
I do remember when I watched this too, and I saw this ending, how they beat him. I was disappointed.
Yeah,
I remember being not so disappointed, but kind of like, oh, they just did that thing they did earlier in the movie. Like, okay,
bro,
cool.
He can fight in like 2 movies. He's fighting like aliens and Thanos and Loki and all that. You're telling me he can't beat up this like drunk with 2 whips?
Right.
I get that he's surprised in the first like debut of when Mickey Rourke comes out on the racetrack.
Right.
But you kind of know his shtick now.
Right.
He's got 2 whips. You don't have any tech.
They show him in the beginning and then at the end. Like the whips come out for barely any of the movie.
Yeah. If I time that was probably a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Of a final battle.
It just sucks.
I mean,
and
dude,
then he's like Predator. Like,
yeah. But I mean, dude, he's fighting Thanos on that fucking planet.
Yeah.
Just like taking it to Thanos.
Yep.
And he needs roadies.
You could say, well, I mean, hold on. I will just be devil's advocate and say that it's like every movie, Tony's tech gets a little more advanced. He's got like the nanotech.
Just looking at this scene, there's more buildup. This is why I put this at number 1. I think you put it at number 1 as well. We know that there's going to be
something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen. How's it going to happen? Okay, they're going to put Tony in this situation.
I love this because this to me this is what a second movie should do. You're getting beautiful scenes. You could see more money was pumped into this.
And he just walks out.
Yeah.
Cars just dodge him. This part, yeah. Boom.
This is such a cool scene.
Where's his legs at? His legs
I don't know. Yeah, did his legs just get chopped off?
Dude,
it's just, look at him. He looks cool. Some of my frustration with this was like Whiplash. Barely used, though. Barely used.
If he just walked a little faster, he would have already killed him. Tony without the suit, just so fucking useless. He just walks so fucking slow.
This scene is so fucking cool where he's like whipping the ground.
Yeah.
I remember this was in the trailer. This right here. Hold on. Happy's about to hit him.
Hey, he crushes him.
Legs broken. Hip out of the dislocated.
Crushes him.
Crushed.
He runs him like 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
I mean, his
Just
legs should be
crushes him up
broken.
against- yeah.
It's funny how like even though he's human, because he's like the super villain, like he's now got the strength of like adamantium legs.
I don't like this part where they kind of like, hey, well, I thought you like this kind of.
Where they like argue for a bit, like, give me the thing. And
then see Doc.
Happy's like yelling as he reverses and goes forward again.
Give him the fucking suitcase, dude.
Bro, and then he like slices the car in half. The way that his arm came down, it looked like that went right through Happy and.
Yeah, because he would have had to go.
Yeah.
So he went like that.
Yeah.
This part.
This is so cool.
Just whip him while he's doing this.
I like whenever he suits up, he's probably just like looking at him and like waiting.
Come on. Let's speed this up.
Oh yeah, he fucks his suit up too. Like straight across the chest. He's like blocking the pulse blasts with his.
Yeah, he's like a Jedi, like a lightsaber.
Everyone's watching like it's a UFC fight.
That's what I'm saying. Reminds me of the Hulk when like Abomination and Hulk are fighting. Like there's just people like watching.
He's like, you'll lose. It's like, actually, I beat the fuck out of you.
Dude, you got fucked up. Even
look at his suit.
That's CGI, you can tell. But it looks good.
It looks good.
It's definitely a cool intro to a character and a good like start to the movie. I just think after that, it's just kind of downhill for actually the entire Stark trilogy. It is what it is. But as far as like these scenes go, Iron Man 1 up here, Iron Man 2 is just a notch below.
Yeah.
But it's got some good action. So
it did.
Those are how we rank the action scenes. What do you guys think about it?
What do you think?
Let us know in the comments. Did you actually like this movie? Did you hate it? Where do you rank it in terms of Marvel, in terms of Iron Man? Just let us know.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, congratulations. You made it to the end of the video. Unfortunately, we have nothing for you. But if you enjoyed what you saw, give us a like, a thumbs up, leave a comment, heck, even subscribe. Thank you for watching. We love your support. Now go. See you later.